just happened here? Let's go read the email.
Hey there. You named her Pock?
Yep. Proof of concept. To distinguish her from Zap, your souped-up, nasty combat version.
Zap. I like it.
Yeah, it's edgy. The storage box from the vault on Eos was the key to everything, including integrating that piece of REM tech you got me. But our new observer friends are just the beginning. I'm working on something even bigger.
I'm all ears.
So get this. We can only scan for remnant signatures we've already encountered. My scanner's doing that around the clock. But if I integrate the right REM tech, we could scour the cluster for any remnant signature, even ones we don't have. My scanner would literally become a remnant mystery detector.
What would we be looking for?
That's the point. We don't know what all is out there, so we don't know even what to look for. I came to Andromeda to touch the unknown, to find the never-before-found. Once I perfect this scanner, it'll do exactly that. All I need is 3 specific pieces of REM tech.
We can do that.
You rock. Pock and Zap think so too. So far, I've located the first piece. It's back on Eos. I'll upload the coordinates.
Now orbiting Gadara. Tracking a remnant architect.
Hold on, don't I can.
Ryder, we're getting a lot of Ketcom chatter.
Keep us stealthed, Callow. No sense picking a fight just yet.
I'm picking up something. Deploying probe. Anomaly found. I'm picking up something. Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit. Anomaly detected. Probes launched. Satellite detected.
Who do I want to take? Yeah.
It's true then? We found the Solarian Ark?
Sam, tactical. It looks like the Archon captured it. The ships are tethered.
What's the plan?
I'm working on it. Sam, connect me to the Moshai.
On screen.
Ryder, it's good to see you again.
We've located the Archon's ship. It's more complicated than we thought, so I wanted to make sure we knew what we were looking for.
It was a large remnant relic depicting Meridian. It's in his private chamber. His sanctum, he called it. He's very proud of that relic.
That's what we needed. I appreciate it.
And I appreciate what you're doing for all of us. But be careful. I've seen the Archon's cruelty. I hope you don't.
That makes two of us. Thank you for your help, Moshai.
Of course. I wish you well.
Okay, we play this right. Not only do we get away with the relic, we save the Solarians. I say we get onto the Ark, assess the situation, then sneak onto the Ket ship through the tether.
A feasible approach. Currently, Ark Pachero is on standby. Only its stasis facilities are online.
What about the Solarians?
Unknown.
You heard the Moshai. Who knows what the Archon's capable of?
Then we keep our eyes open. We underestimate the Archon, we're dead.
Ryder? Whatever you need. Those are my people.
We'll get them back. Now let's make this one count.
Let's do it.
Tempest, we're in.
So far, no unusual activity from the Ket ship.
Let's hope it stays that way.
Vessels detected. Damn.
Pathfinder, if you access a terminal, I can assess the situation. Accessing Ark Pachero's internal systems.
Get it.
A moment. Additional data encryption has been added.
That's not regulation. Did the Solarians do that?
It appears so. It's a cryptography key associated with their intelligence services. I have unlocked it.
At present, Ark Parchero has arrived in the Helios cluster. Location of Nexus is unknown.
This is Captain Hager of Ark Pachero. If you are receiving this message, hostile aliens have captured our ship. Please look for our Pathfinder, 7 Reika. Situation urgent.
Well, that was clear enough. Let's find him.
Overriding bulkhead door.
How does the ship look, Sam?
Some Ket infrastructure has been added, but the Ark systems are operational.
So it's fight ready?
Yes.
Ryder, are you thinking?
Easiest way to save everyone is to take the whole Ark with us.
Easy isn't the word I'd use.
If the right Solarians are still on board, this might work.
Yeah, no signs of a battle or anything.
Did the Solarians just surrender?
Let's hope their Pathfinder can make sense of it.
Solarian shows no vital signs. This colonist is deceased. The medical terminal may provide more information.
Oh, that medical terminal.
What do their records say about the Solarian, Sam?
He is identified as Pathfinder 7 Raker.
Oh, shit.
Shit. The guy we're looking for. We can't catch a break.
We're still more fortunate than him. However, initiative records indicate Pathfinder Raker is female. This patient is male.
What? Then who is this really?
I have his DNA signature from your scan. Locate a sequencer to confirm his identity. The DNA of the deceased Solarian matches colonist Jex Arlen.
So they switched them, trying to hide their Pathfinder. Let's check this colonist's stasis pod, see if anyone's there.
I've marked the pod row.
Leave it to the Solarians to pull a sneaky maneuver like that.
So many pods gone.
I'd like to think they got away before the Ket showed up.
We can hope, but that Captain Hager seemed pretty worried.
This isn't Jex Arlen's pod. This isn't the pod we're looking for. This is the deceased Solarian's pod, yet I detect a female Solarian inside.
I think we found their Pathfinder. Let's get her out.
You need to access stasis controls to revive her.
Hey there, take it slow.
No need. I'm fine. Solarian stasis recovery is almost immediate. Who are you?
Ryder, Pathfinder for the human ark.
Where's Alec?
He didn't make it.
Oh, this is madness. Stasis was a mistake. I should never have agreed to it.
Tell me what you're doing.
Seeing what I've woken up to. A hostile species, an armada, set upon us. Our captain saw no choice but surrender. Said we'd live to fight another day. He convinced me to hide in the general population and to dismantle my SAM so we wouldn't fall into enemy hands. But we're still in their grasp, I see.
That's about to change.
We're heading into the Ket vessel to gather intelligence. Wake up a flight crew and ready the Ark for escape. On my signal.
That'll be no trouble. And then I'll work on freeing the Ark, so you can focus on your objective.
We'll get the Ark out somehow. Just wake up your team and stay put.
One thing at a time, of course.
I'm keying you into our comms. We'll stay in touch.
Hello, Pathfinder Raker.
Ah, a Sam in my head again. I'm back in the game. We'll be ready, Ryder.
Tempest, we're in the tether, going across to the Ket ship now.
So far, there are no indications they're aware of your presence. Good luck, Pathfinder.
Okay, we keep this quick and quiet and they'll never notice.
party.
We're clear!
So much for sneaking in.
What next?
If you locate a terminal, I may be able to analyze their systems. Accessing the ship's systems now. I have located the Archon's private chamber.
What's their security situation look like?
An alert was issued, but I have countermanded it. The delay is only temporary.
Right, we need to hurry. Is the Archon in his quarters?
That information is not accessible. Only the room's location.
The Moshai said the relic would be in his chamber. Let's get there.
Ryder,
I thought you were on the Ark.
too many of our people are missing.
If we don't find them now, we never will.
This is Hager, captain of our Ark. We'll focus on the rescue while you push ahead.
A secondary route is available, marking nav point.
We'll help you get on your way.
Let's move. But I'm a history teacher. I don't know how to fight.
And all I've ever done is pilot
Right.
ships.
If you
That
access
doesn't
the
mean
terminal,
I just
I
roll
can
over
override
and
the
die.
door.
We can do this.
We'll try this way to look for our people.
I'm sorry we can't help you, but we have our own mission.
Good luck, Pathfinder.
You too, Pathfinder. Okay, Sam, the relic. Still got a lead on it?
Marking the route to the Archon's chamber. You may proceed.
Easier said than done. Only 3 of us and a ship full of cat.
Now we find out how good we really are.
Cereal.
Armory of some kind.
Let's not be here when they put it to use.
Good. They haven't noticed us yet.
They will.
Here we go! Keep your head down and push forward!
What's our way out of here?
The exit is on the far side of the room.
With a lot of cat in the way. Dropship coming in. Now we've done it. Dropship? They've got everything.
They're reinforcing!
We've stirred up the hornet's nest now. Watch out for the guys up top. Wish we had our own dropship right about now.
Guys, we're supposed to be the cavalry!
Hey, you! That all you got? Oh, damn it!
still on course to the Ark.
Ryder, this is Pathfinder Reka. I assume those alarms are because of you?
Yeah, I had a little altercation. And you?
Undetected so far. Still looking for our people. Reka out.
Got a worker here.
That's the Solarian stasis pod he was looking at. Look at that.
Are those guns out there?
Confirmed. The offensive armaments of a highly capable warship.
All pointed at the Solarian Ark.
That's going to be a problem.
Your route continues on the far side of the room.
Let's go up. This whole mission is in a world of hurt. The relic will be the least of our worries.
Shit, the door just locked.
I doubt that's an accident.
Look sharp.
I see him! It's an ambush!
Those tricky bastards, get ready!
They locked us in! Only way out is a fight!
It's a big room! Don't let them get the drop on you!
Assholes everywhere!
Damn, anything you can...
This is looking ugly! We're in trouble here! Can't hold out much longer!
Ryder, we're here! We've got your back!
It's the Solarians up top! We still have a chance!
Reka, we'll take whatever help you can give.
We'll provide overwatch! Take them out! Ryder, we need to pull out! We have wounded!
Go, we can take it from here. You saved our ass.
Bolstering all shields!
It's over! That was close. If Reka's team hadn't come by...
Tough bunch. We owe them one.
Yeah. Now how do we get out of here?
I have located a new path to the Archon's chamber.
over here.
Reka, what's happening?
Selden's wounds were fatal.
I'm sorry. He was brave.
I can't access this terminal. It's not working.
Ryder, can Sam open this door for us?
A moment while I override security.
Reka, we've got a big problem. Did you see those guns back there?
I know. They'll destroy the Ark before we can power up the engines. Unless...
The door is now open.
We'll stay in touch over the radio.
In the meantime, we've got a relic to find. Sam?
Marking the route to the Archon's chambers.
Why are we still keeping our voices low?
We're sneaking onto an enemy ship.
Who already know we're here.
Why take chances?
Damn, they're doing it again.
Sam?
There is an alternate route. Overriding the door now.
No.
The Kett are hardening their security. Try scanning the access panel. The door is voice activated. I can attempt to modulate your vocal cords to approximate Kett intonation.
Okay.
The system is asking for your authorization. How do you wish to respond?
Really?
Access denied.
Intruders have been spotted on the ship. We need to secure this area.
Access granted.
You're kidding.
Well, we're off the beaten path now.
Looks like a lab to me. Hate to think what they're up to.
They must have heard of us.
Probably.
So what are they up to?
Nothing good from the looks of this place.
We've got company. Gotta get through these guys! They don't make it easy, do they? There! That was the last one!
Be easier if the Kett just handed the relic over.
We could all save on ammo.
Shield boost enabled!
We just found all the missing stasis pods.
could still be alive, right?
The pod is empty.
Damn.
Also empty.
They're all empty.
What's going on?
What's going on here?
Oh my god. What is this?
They're dead.
This Solarian is missing organs. It appears he died after the operation.
They were alive when it happened? We're animals to them, aren't we? DNA to be harvested.
Hey, you! I'm gonna personally find you and kill you for this! Bastard! You can't hide!
I've seen enough. We need to find that relic and stop these monsters.
Someone's going to pay for this.
Take it out on them! You bastards!
We're not lab animals.
That felt good.
Sam, how's it looking?
The Archon's chamber will require a new path through the unlocked door. Ryder, caution.
Some kind of immobilizing field.
It's useless to struggle. I've been in this forsaken cluster for decades, surrounded by amoeba. Then you arrive, a human able to do the unthinkable. You even evaded me. Such an unlikely rival. Was almost invigorating to have one. And yet, it's a fitting end.
What are you going to do with me?
Whatever I please.
Hey, back off, asshole.
A first, son. The testing begins now. I will learn your secrets soon enough. Report. Await my arrival. Save your strength, human.
Try it. How dare ya?
Reika must have run into trouble.
We have her beat. Sam, what can you tell me?
I'm sensing a biological transmitter in your bloodstream now, attempting to neutralize it.
Okay, that's priority 2 for sure. Any idea how to break out of this?
The containment fields only interact with living matter. If you expire, the field around you will extinguish until manually reset. As you know, my access to your physiology allows me to enhance your vital signals when required. I can also do the opposite.
So if you shut down my life signs, if you kill me, the field will disappear?
The one holding you, yes. Then I would attempt to resuscitate.
Are there any other options?
None that I can determine.
Shit.
All right, let's do it.
Still, it's like way
Not
too excited
again.
for this.
You're gonna be fine.
Stopping your heart. Now.
Sam?
Stimulating the cardiovascular core. 0 activity. Stimulating the cardiovascular core.
That's twice now I've come back from the dead. Can't say the experience is improving.
I believe it is preferable to the alternative.
You two look comfortable.
So did you, while you were playing dead.
Let's find a way out of this cage, huh?
There is a maintenance corridor connecting to this room.
Okay, must be a way to access it. I'll look for it.
Could be useful intel here. We should check this area out while we can.
Step away from there!
I'm told this specimen lays claim to a title.
Among my people, I'm known as Motai.
Here, you are nothing.
I am your enemy.
You serve a youth.
Archon, do you hear me? Now you have 2 Pathfinders to deal with, and we're not impressed with your security.
Reka, come in. What's going on?
A little diversion. Captain Hager and Venro need time to set up the EMP. I'll be in touch.
Sure glad she's on our side.
I told you! I've never seen the relic before!
Pain will remind you. A final time. How does Meridian work?
I don't know.
Then the specimen will learn true agony.
Okay, so
Tell me what you know of Meridian. Is that why you're here?
Meridian? I've never heard of it. We just got here. It was a long trip and
Again, tell me of Meridian.
I just explained. I don't know what that is.
Then what use are you?
What do you...
Dissect this specimen as you will.
it's cold-blooded.
Curious. But one lie, and that can be broken.
You won't break something you can still use.
Clever prattle. Everything serves.
Before, maybe. But now, when I talk, you'll listen.
Where are you from?
A different galaxy. We call it the Milky Way.
Why did you come here?
We're settlers. Just looking for a place to live.
Speak the truth. Where is your invasion force?
We're not invaders. Please, who are you people? We don't mean any harm. Wait! Ah!
Most useful in these Solarians are their cognitive abilities. Their thought processes occur much faster than in the others. There is a cleverness about them, a cunning which could be leveraged. More work is needed to isolate the genetic markers. There is no shortage of specimens to choose from. These Turians possess a useful exoskeleton. On harsh worlds, it could prove advantageous. More intriguing, there is discipline about them, adherence to militaristic order. An effective trait for for instilling obedience. Additional specimens will be required for study. The ones they call Asari, their reproduction is a mixture of biology, thought, and memories. They take what they need from the species, as they should. Reproduction cannot be left to chance. The superior race dominates. Yet these Asari pretend otherwise. A melding, they call it, embracing eternity. Biology has no use for poetry. In the end, their biotic traits may prove the most useful. Among the new specimens, the human is the most perplexing. They possess an emotional range which often exceeds the others. Their unpredictable nature marks them as dangerous, but if the root of their passions could be isolated, we must identify a champion among them and capture it for further study. The Krogan are a brutish race which could be useful. Redundant organs and a savage temperament. Made to kill. Even the other specimens fear them. A deliberate genetic fault was introduced to limit the Krogan population. But I wonder, without this defect, they could be unstoppable.
Well, that did something. Let's look around. Here we go. This one.
That appears to be a hatchway. It may lead to the maintenance corridor.
Just have to get it open. This'll be fun.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Part of me was hoping this kind of evil only existed in the Milky Way. Guess I was naive.
What matters most is that people are willing to fight to stop it.
What was that?
I don't think we're alone.
Really?
This is Reka. Some of our people are still alive. I'm headed there now. Captain Asia, what's your status?
The EMP is primed and ready.
We're almost to the Archon's chamber. Stand by.
That's good.
Is that a Krogan?
It was. Could be one of Drax's missing scouts.
The DNA is Krogan, but drastically altered. It's clear the Cat are closing in on successfully exalting the species.
They're driven and efficient, that's for sure.
Well, here we are.
Captain Hager, this is Ryder. We've reached the Archon's sanctum.
Give the word and we'll set off the EMP. Should disable the guns.
Got it. Alright guys, we're looking for a remnant relic. Map of Meridian.
Why does he care so much about the remnant? It's an obsession.
That's the question, isn't it? And we need to beat him to the answer.
The Archon has done extensive testing to this artifact, damaging it in the process. It is no longer useful.
The Archon will be pissed if we pull this off.
He needs to be stopped. What we've seen on this ship, it would be genocide for the whole cluster.
Way over here somewhere. There it is.
Pathfinder, this is the relic the Moshae described. It does seem to be a map. I'll overlay the chart we uncovered in the vault on Eos.
So that's...
It's Meridian.
Coordinates secured, Pathfinder.
So that's what you're after. There's more to Meridian than you know. Changing the weather is a fraction of its power, and I will not allow you to defile it.
I'm better equipped to handle it than you.
Why? Because you have artificial intelligence in your head explaining it. I've seen what transpired in the laboratory, and now I know what makes you... special. Meridian is mine. I've tolerated you long enough. Once your vessels are destroyed, you'll be stranded here.
Captain, fire the EMP!
Done.
That can't be good.
Drac isn't here to see this!
I don't know. We could use his temper right about now.
Why is that the gun of choice? Oh, seriously? A lot of bullets.
Guy's gonna be trouble.
Stay out of the way and give him everything you've got!
Right, this is Captain Hager. We detonated the EMP.
Yeah, we know!
Rita's still trying to free the captives.
I wish her luck, but I can't talk right now!
You sound busy. I'll let you go.
path.
That was the last one!
Finally. All right, we've got the map. Let's get the hell out of here.
And before those guns come back online.
What the hell?
Pathfinder, there is little time to waste. You need to leave this ship. Pathfinder, there is little time to waste. You need to leave this ship.
How the fuck did I... Are you kidding me? I'm like...
Pathfinder, there is little time to waste. You need to leave this ship.
Changing positions.
Pathfinder, there is little time to waste. You need to leave this ship.
I would like to, but I'm stuck.
Pathfinder, there is little time to waste. You need to leave this ship. Pathfinder, there is little time to waste. You need to...
Got it, damn. You need to leave the
Pathfinder,
ship.
a moment. I'm picking up Krogan life signs on board the ship. Several captives are being held not far from your location. They are scheduled for exaltation.
Could be the rest of Drax's missing scouts.
Sam, do we have time to get there before the Kev restore power?
If you act quickly.
Ryder, it's Reika. I'm pinned down. Don't think I'm gonna make it.
Where are you?
Near holding cells where they're keeping several of my people. They're still alive. I ordered Captain Hager back to the Ark.
You should be with him.
I couldn't leave my people. I had to try. And now, I think it's over. From one Pathfinder to another, farewell. Reika out.
Damn it!
What the hell? Decisions.
Reload. We're going after Reika.
Pathfinder, you came.
Reika, we couldn't just leave you here.
Thank you. My people are at the end of the tunnel. It's cat the whole way.
Then we push ahead and don't stop for anything. Let's go.
We have to punch through! Long way between here and there. It's that or die!
Tempest, this is Ryder. Copy.
I hear you, Pathfinder.
We have the map. We're trying to rescue some prisoners.
Those Ket guns won't stay offline forever.
I know. Just tell us if anything changes.
You'll be the first to know. Callow out.
Go! Go! This is going to be a tough one. We're fresh meat. They love to cut us open. I'm not going out like that. High corners. Watch where you shoot.
Pathfinder, that Ket ship is trying to reset the power.
Oh, crap.
They'll have the guns back in no time.
Copy that. You hear that, everyone?
Yeah, wish I hadn't. That's a cat who's never getting back up. We did it! That was the last of us!
Let's get them out of there.
There's a damn button, bruh.
Can you run?
Pathfinder, the Ket are close to restoring the ship's
Yeah,
power.
Tempest, we're going topside. Track for extraction.
Understood.
Ryder, thank you.
Save it for when we're safe. Let's move! Move!
Ryder, now! We've got to go!
Yay. Guess I gotta talk to track now. Like, sorry, bruh.
A team will escort the Ark back to the Nexus. I'm sure they'll be happy to see you.
Thank you again, Ryder. But I owe you an apology. I made a mistake.
Oh?
I shouldn't have called you to say goodbye. The choice you had to make. I put too much on your shoulders.
You did what you had to. If that had been the Hyperion and I was looking for my people, I would have been the one calling you.
I appreciate that. As Pathfinders, the line between serving our own people and the greater good is blurry. I prefer a sharper focus.
I don't think there's going to be much of that in this line of work.
I suppose not. Whatever the case, the Solarian people are forever in your debt.
Earn this.
We will.
Drac.
I heard what happened. Wasn't enough to save the whole Arca. Had to grab a few more Solarians on the way out.
Drac, it's...
complicated, except it's not. Leaving my scouts behind was worse than killing them outright. And you're not the one who has to explain it to the rest of the clan.
It was a difficult choice, Ryder, but you won an important victory. The Archon has been dealt a blow. Your father would be proud.
That doesn't really matter. I'm just glad the team is safe. Though slapping the Archon in the face like this will only make him more dangerous.
Or perhaps reckless. Your father liked putting others off balance. He said the worthy would rise above it and learn to face adversity ably.
And the unworthy?
Would crumble. I'll leave you to your thoughts.
With reverence, Archon, this fascination with Meridian cannot continue. It's the key to our future, Primus. The human knows nothing of its true power. Even we don't fully understand it. Our orders are to exalt this cluster, not study the remnant. Questions are being asked about your judgment. Questions that come from the highest levels. The answers will be clear soon enough. With Meridian, we can transform every world in this cluster to a wasteland. Either the subjects submit to exaltation, or we will use it to annihilate them. This Pathfinder has opened the door. Now we must be the first to cross the threshold. We must seize Meridian before it does. Like all lesser creatures, it mistakes a battle for the war. It doesn't know its weakness. Or its potential.
The Archon saw my memory flashes? He got that from my implant?
His device went deep. Our connections were wide open when Sam killed you.
We hit him once. We focus on doing it again. We have to rally the Nexus and move on Meridian.
Crowd prod.
Now is not a good time to be talking to me, Pathfinder.
Drac, listen.
Why? Your actions told me everything I need to know. Now walk away and give me time to calm down before I do something we'll both regret.
I'm sorry. I'm just... sorry.
Go.
He's not happy right now.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
I can try talking to him for you.
That's kind, Subi, but I don't think it will help.
Go to myself. Blah, blah, blah. Should talk to everybody.
Gil, O'Connell and Serena spent months getting our systems coordinated. You can't just strip and redesign those connections on the fly. Gil? I know you can hear me.
The whole ship can hear you. I'm just not listening.
You're fighting again?
I'm thinking the same, believe me.
I need a break. Do you need a break? Let's go for a break. Care for some tea, Ryder?
I'd love a cup.
It's a cultivar originating in Sumatra. My own personal stash. Once I run out, that'll be it for Earth tea. I keep having these thoughts. I'm never gonna taste this again. I'm never gonna see that again.
You're not the only one, Subi. I have those senseless thoughts all the damn time.
And? Do they bother you?
It's natural. You'd have to be made of stone not to miss home sometimes.
The universe is like a giant tapestry. I love following its threads, but it distracts me from the whole picture. My family was right there, but I was too occupied by the abstract to appreciate them.
From everything you've told me, you're here because of your family. Your love of science, doesn't that come from them? Aren't you with them every time you chase down a new discovery?
Ryder, that's beautiful.
My mother made the implant in my head, and my father created the AI that uses it. I haven't lost them either.
Thank you, Ryder.
Got a minute? I could use a favor.
You only have to ask.
I kept thinking about Sarissa and my not being a pathfinder. And the thinking turned into a project on Eos. Can you help me finish it?
What kind of project?
I'll put the nav points in the helm. Come along and I'll show you.
Everybody's going to EOS.
We need to talk about Sam.
Dr. Taparo does not approve of how we escaped to the Ket containment field on the Archon's flagship.
By stopping the Pathfinder's heart. No, I do not approve.
We didn't have a choice. If there had been another option, I would have taken it.
How can you be so calm about this? Ryder, Sam killed you. Yes, he brought you back, but what if he didn't?
I cannot learn without the Pathfinder. That would be akin to killing a part of myself.
Your lines of code, you can't die.
Sam would never hurt me.
Thank you, Ryder.
Look, I'm not against Sam. I'm not against you, Sam. But my job's hard enough without an AI stopping your heart. Even to save your life.
All right. I'll find a new party trick.
Have Gil teach you 3-card Monty or something.
Lexi, I apologize for any distress I have caused you.
And I'm sorry for calling you lines of code. You're more than that. Even if you don't have cells to prove it.
Hey, you're 2 for 2.
What do you mean?
2 times face to face with the Archon. 2 times you spit in said face. Figuratively speaking, of course.
Said face.
Come up short once, it's game over.
Gotta keep your win streak going, then. Bastard's trying to exalt us all, huh? That's what all this is about.
Could be.
Typically, I like high-stakes games, but I'd rather be sitting at the kiddie table this time.
How's your friend Jill doing?
Good. Busy. Apparently, prepping multiple species for procreation is a lot of work. Who knew? Waiting to get it all started was killing her. Now she's being shot out of a cannon, so to speak.
Out with it already. What's the deal with you and Callow? Anything I should be concerned about?
Probably.
Twist my arm, why don't you? It's contrasting styles more than anything. He's a blueprint guy. I'm gears and guts. Got ink on his digits, not grease up to his elbows. If you didn't have me to balance him out, you might be in trouble. Heck, maybe that goes both ways.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Ryder, what a victory. Now that we know where Meridian is, the Archon's downfall begins.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
This is just anticipation. You won't believe what celebration looks like. Let it out. Angara believe that burying your feelings is a broken way to live.
Interesting. I'll think about that.
I'm free to talk more, now or later.
I'll see you later, Jarl.
Stay strong and clear.
Pathfinder, sorry if things got strange last time we talked. You're the first person I told about all that. It, felt really good.
I know it was really personal. Thank you for trusting me with it.
You say that like I was making logical choices. Thanks for getting it. Anyway, made me think we should do more just out and about. Off ship. Like the market on Aya. I've got some contacts and some things I'd like your eyes on. But mostly, it's a day out. Something familiar. Turns out I need that.
I feel like things are finally going our way, for real. Getting the Solarians back, that's huge. I just wish we didn't have to sacrifice so many for it.
How did you hear of the Andromeda initiative?
Short answer, Cash. She was looking for some experimental ship mods, and I knew how to track them down. I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. Once, twice. Eventually, I figured out something was going on. Something big with creds behind it. I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
I was curious about you and Sid, being on your own from such a young age.
Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend it.
How did you keep you and your sister afloat?
I was barely more than a kid myself, so lots of unskilled work. Construction jobs. No one else would do the dangerous stuff, so I would. Being up high, crawling under things. I could shoot a gun, so eventually I moved into smuggling. Even more dangerous, but lucrative. We were never rich, but we got to comfortable.
Where was home? Palaven?
No, we'd already left Palaven by then. Whatever our dad was involved in meant we weren't welcome there. I hadn't even gone to boot camp yet. Sid was barely a year old. We eventually settled in a mining colony in the Minos wasteland. 2 years later, our dad was gone.
Where was your mother in all this?
Back on Palaven, I suppose. She was an awful person. All she cared about was climbing the ranks. She and my dad fought all the time. I think at the end they hated each other. When things were really tough, I thought about going back. But she wouldn't have accepted us. Whatever my dad did destroyed any chance of that.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Hey, are you okay? I shudder to think what the Archon meant to do with you. I heard you had to die to get out of a trap. I think of myself as daring and death-defying, but you?
I did what I had to get us out of there.
You're made of strong stuff, Ryder. Just don't get yourself exalted, okay? That asshole means to ketify us all.
Can't let that happen.
But he's close. He's almost figured out Krogan. It's the scariest thing. Ugh. Let's talk about something else, okay?
How are you getting along with the team?
I'm keeping it light and pleasant. Even Lexi isn't exactly what I'd expected. And Jal, I'm learning what makes him tick. We're lucky to have an Angara with us. Asari can mate with all Milky Way species. I find myself wondering if that transcends galactic boundaries. But don't worry, You're my go-to for stress relief.
That's what I want to hear.
Glad we got that established.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
A real victory. Our Ark back at the Nexus. I'd almost given up hope.
The Ket won't touch the Parchero again. The militia will see to that.
It's horrible to think of Solarians in Ket hands, but at least our Pathfinder made it. Thank you, Ryder. I mean it truly. If you ever need a favor, just ask.
I couldn't help overhearing you and Gil. It sounded pretty heated.
He likes redesigning things, but the ship was built this way for a reason. I wish Gil would respect that. It's nothing to concern yourself about, really.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
You're always a welcome sight, Pathfinder. Still no word from our search vessel. How goes your hunt for the missing satellites?
Your people caught scavengers from Kadara port stealing them. There was a fight. Your ship lost.
I sent them out. And risked your life, too. The scavengers, Angaran? Have our deserters preyed upon us again?
The criminals were my people. Exiles. They ripped your satellites into scrap. I brought what's left.
The initiative is supposed to explore, not steal and kill. Why would your people steal something that protects us all? Murder those who are only trying to help.
Sometimes desperate people do bad things to survive. They won't hurt anyone else.
That's no comfort for what we lost. Maybe the others are right. What if you are no better than the Ket?
These scavengers abandoned the initiative, just like your deserters left you.
And we hate them too. Keep what your people stole and go. I can't talk to you anymore.
Sorry to hear things went south with that Angaran astronomer rider. Found a silver lining, though. The scrap satellites are gonna come in extra handy.
Not as handy as what we could have had, but I'll take it. The Moshai said you remember when the Ket arrived.
My father's oldest friend was chosen to be Volt's ambassador to the Ket. The day he left, they embraced as brothers. All the Ket sent back was his badge, and a holo recording I wasn't allowed to watch. I was too young to understand why everyone was scared, why my father mourned for months.
Why kill an ambassador and risk retaliation?
They told us it was retaliation for Havarl's attack on their envoy. Havarl received the same story, but in that one, we were the aggressors. We were so busy blaming each other. We were divided when the Ket launched their assault. They'll try the same with you. Be ready.
I said you'd want to hear my experience with the Ket, to learn from it.
I do. Tell me about it.
They had just arrived. I was on a civilian shuttle to Volt when we received a message. The spaceport was on lockdown. Security concerns due to the Ket. We were supposed to land on a nearby moon and wait for the all clear. Instead of landing, the shuttle captain turned back. Something felt wrong, he said. Later we learned it was a Ket transmission to isolate us for capture. The captain had saved our lives.
The enemy uses confusion to take advantage of the vulnerable.
Many shuttles obeyed that false order. Those people were never seen again.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. 10 out.
I've never lied to a director before. Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I know what it's like, jumping out of the cryopod and into the fire.
You've had it far worse. My condolences on your loss. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
No more than I do. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
How many of our people have they let into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
That's huge.
It's more than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social visits, but I'm holding my ground. We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all things considered. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
Pathfinder.
Think we'll see more of them?
He likes the blue. Does that make him racist?
Good to be back here. Ready to hit those scans?
What am I looking for?
Moran called out supplies that may have useful properties for our tech. Just need to get Sam's eye on them. Take a stroll. Enjoy the market. Nav sent.
Visit me for all your day-to-day needs. Vestoran? I was there when you landed. Watched you get escorted through the city.
I get why everyone was on edge. I didn't mean to worry them.
We've been through worse than the arrival of one human.
I've never seen fruit like this before. What are these?
Paripo. Sweet with a little bite. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I have a few Kiloa or Elmok.
Is fruit scarce here?
In this form, yes. Very expensive. If you buy a Paripo from me, it means you have something to celebrate. It's a luxury, meant to be shared with friends and family.
I'll get moving.
Can I buy something?
Something I can do for you?
I'll get moving.
Visit me for all your day-to-day needs. Your credits are as good as anyone else's. Don't start any trouble and we're fine.
I'll be the poster child for no trouble.
Whatever that means, it'll do. Not today, Nexus.
Liam?
God damn it.
What's going on?
Nothing to worry about. Just come grab a table with me.
Hey, Lexi, I tracked down some samples of that garment.
No trouble, I see. Good.
Something like that.
Goods for the home, tools. To the field. Supplies for all your needs.
Pathfinder, you're good here. We'll worry about the data another time.
Liam, what's going on?
I, figured we should head up somewhere nice and open. You were being cased.
Are you getting me in trouble? What was this about?
We're not in trouble exactly, but I don't blame them for being angry. I wanted to get data that would help yields at our outposts. Moran told me what to scan, but I called it off. I still owe her, but it's better than pissing off some gouging hardliner. Sorry I didn't clue you in. It's a security thing. Food is security.
You do what you have to, but let's not make a habit of it.
I don't want to. Like I said, I don't blame them for getting cross. The last people who showed up out of the blue were the Ket, the ultimate users. I don't want us getting lumped in with them, and I really, really don't want to ruin the market. Street food and shooting the shit with you feels normal. About time something did.
Let's not push our luck. We'll save the market for another day.
Good idea, Pathfinder. We've enough trouble, and probably more coming.
These Angara are stronger than they look.
Yeah. They've been through a lot.
I look around and keep thinking about Tachanka. A galaxy away, and we're not so different.
What's next?
at the internal structure.
I couldn't even get it open. It locked me out.
So I what? Pavoa. I'm glad they finally let you into the city. You deserve it. This is Aya's Cultural Museum and History Archive. It's small, but you've already made it brighter.
This is quite a place.
It feels like home to me. Sometimes I think I should move in here. But it's got a long way to go. Someday we'll fill it with relics of the past, each one telling a story. And my people will come here to learn. And to remember.
You'll get there.
With enough hard work, yes.
You said the helmet was touched by the Scourge. What does that mean?
I forget your people weren't around for that. When the Scourge appeared, it targeted remnant ships, broke down their technology. With the drive cores disabled...
The ships crashed.
But that may not be all. The Scourge leaves a mark on whatever it touches. If it touched this helmet, perhaps the pilot was the target. There may be remnant tech inside the helmet.
Or in the pilot.
Storms. I hadn't even thought of that.
Is it normal for someone as young as you to be in charge?
I'm no younger than you. And you're a Pathfinder.
I kinda inherited the job.
So did I. I was apprenticed to the former curator. It was my job to bring him artifacts from other worlds. When he retired, I sort of fell into his position.
Do you miss relic hunting?
Some days, but mostly I'm happy to spend more time with each piece.
Any insight you can give me on the remnant tech?
We don't know much. To our understanding, it's always been here. Stars. I would love to be the one to solve that mystery.
You know, as an Aya resident, it's your duty to show the new guy around.
I see. Is that a human custom?
Oh yeah, a very important one.
Then I'm sure Paran will be happy to give you a tour.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
Oh, it's you. I watched you land.
Hope you're not calling me it anymore.
You heard that. I apologize. I was ignorant.
What's your job around here?
Aylin and I help Avela with her studies. I specialize in restoration.
So you make relics look new?
Do as I can. I'm not a miracle worker, no matter what Avela says. She'll praise Ellen and I to anyone who will listen. Never had a supervisor like that before.
I'll leave you to it.
Hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
Is this Angaran? I found it on one of your homeworlds.
Son of Love. It's an ancient Ravan, a musical instrument. It uses Angara's body energy to produce music. We have them now, but nothing this beautiful. The songs it played were probably lost long ago. How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories, it's all gone.
Because of you, it won't disappear completely.
Yes, I can be determined.
I admire it.
You say that now.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
Ryder, they've got amazing... I love seeing our Milky Way peeps mingling with the Angara. It's early in our interspecies relationship, but I hope we can build on the momentum.
Any one of a million things could happen and, whoops, The neighbors hate us.
So don't go joyriding with the Nomad, huh? Obey the street signs? You're doing a great job. Really. Keep up the good work.
She wanted to talk to me. Oh, she wanted to talk to me on EOS. EOS. On hold. Speak to the Moshe. Yes. That planet, know your enemy.
If should have come to me.
Axel, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's he doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Axel, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. He risked his life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I want to be allies. Equal allies.
You don't even treat your own equally. Isn't that why the Krogan left?
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Axel... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
You did it. Infiltrated the Archon's vessel and returned victorious.
And saved one of our lost colony ships from the Ket.
You're getting a taste of the war we fought for decades. With the relic in your possession, you'll be able to find Meridian and answers. I envy you.
My translator doesn't know what to do with your title, Moshai.
Because it isn't a title, it's a reference. People from mythological times before the Scourge. Legends say we once had many Moshai. Master inventors of unfailing wisdom, guided by boundless compassion.
That's a lot to live up to.
It's nonsense. Don't remember who first called me Moshai, but I do recall telling them to shut up. To my regret, the name stuck. I've minded less lately. Being the Moshai has its uses.
Thank you, Moshai.
Ishari.
We gotta select it.
Evra informed me that the despot of Kadara Port, one of your people, executed Ventarev.
I spoke to Ven. He had no regrets.
We know Ven was hardly contrite at his execution.
I wasn't there.
What he did was inexcusable, not unforgivable. This isn't what I wanted. Regardless, it's done.
When the Ket are gone, if we fix all these worlds, what do the Angara want?
Depends who you ask. We're individuals. Paran will continue spreading hope and optimism. I don't know what Ephra will do without an enemy to fight. Retirement won't suit him. As for me, maybe I'll just fade away. That's what people do when they're no longer needed, right?
Thank you, Moshae.
Ishare. Thank you for helping Avela. I've never seen her so excited about her work.
Thank you, Moshae.
Ishare. I heard you met my old colleague Danfra. Good scientist, unpleasant person. She shouldn't have tried to scan you without your consent. Thank you for indulging her rudeness. She's been reprimanded for her behavior.
Thank you, Moshae.
Ishare. You have questions? Ask them.
I'd like to know more about you.
What about me intrigues you?
You and my crewmate have a close relationship. Any advice? Hints?
He talks in his sleep. Worth it for the look on your face. Jarl is a dear and hopeless former student. He has a good spirit. You're lucky to have him, that's all.
Any ideas on how we stop the Ket for good?
The real question is, how do we define victory over them? Complete eradication? Unlikely, costly, and morally dubious. Drive them away? How? What stops them from returning?
Peaceful coexistence doesn't seem to be an option.
There's much we still don't know. The Ket are not a simple problem. We can't reduce them to a simple solution.
Thank you, Moshae.
Ishare. You have questions? Ask them.
Thank you, Moshae.
Ishare. You have questions? Ask them.
Thank you, Moshae.
Ishare.
Oh, okay, I'm done. Didn't see that.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ease off. I'm here to help. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
Sounds like there's more to this. Don't suppose you caught his name?
Didn't ask, didn't want it, didn't need it. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters. See if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
The Moshai said we should speak. You remember the Ket's arrival.
One of them came to our city on a vow to offer lavish gifts. We lined up along the street to watch the alien walk with our ambassador. As it passed, it stopped and knelt in front of me. I still dream of what it said. Young one, you are meant for greatness.
The Ket lured your people into a false friendship.
It worked. A month later, our council disappeared. Our city was thrown into chaos. And when the Ket came again, it was to conquer us at our weakest. They're cunning. They know what you desire and they offer it. Be careful.
No entering the med center until you're clean.
Clean now. Oh, right in here. That means they're in training. That dude.
I detect the infrared dye Sorvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
Training sessions.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
The Vassal never accounted for outsiders living on Aya.
There's only so much room. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
He thinks you want him dead. Tell him what you just told me, and let's move on.
Thought I was clear the first time. Maybe his translator malfunctioned.
I'll talk to our ambassador. See if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going. Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Lets us focus on everything else.
Focusing on everything.
Welcome back. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya?
No.
I've heard of it. Why?
Angar are selling their slots to come here, so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Well, we have to do something.
We could let Angar who give up their slots live on the Nexus. It's safer than Vold.
Exactly what I was thinking. No one should suffer on our behalf. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director 10 immediately.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
Take care of that.
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supplies to your outposts.
What brings you to Aya?
Your survival supplies only Aya has. I'm waiting on clearance to enter the city, but it's taking too long. I understand their caution, but the outposts need these supplies. I have to get them, now.
They let me into the city? I can help.
I appreciate that. To start, EOS needs a way to produce food to support population growth. They've requested quinoa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
I'll make sure to get those seeds.
Settlers on Kadara are suffering from a bacterial infection. They need Angaran antibiotics to fight it. A medic in the city should be able to help.
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time.
Alright. Another fetch quest.
Weird question. You don't have any Kiloa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some?
Yeah, kinda do. Kinda do.
My people on Kadara are fighting a bacterial infection. Do you have antibiotics?
Of course. Will this do?
God, you're expensive. Alright, takes care of him.
I found Kiloa seeds for Eos. Is this enough?
It's perfect. I'll make sure Eos gets them. More of your outposts need help, if you have time. Vol's power grid is lagging without proper solar input.
Seriously?
Solar amplifier would give them a
Why
boost.
didn't you say that the first time?
The solar technicians here may have the required parts.
I'll see what I can find. Here, I have the antibiotics for Kadara. Will the settlers be okay?
Once they have these, they'll be fine. I'll make sure they know who to thank.
You work on the solar panels? Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Ryder, Liam's looking for you.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Damn, I just got here.
Hi.
Look, you already apologized for what you did. That's more than most Krogan get. I updated Kesh, let the clan know what happened. And I'd rather be talking about something else right now, so...
Now that we've been digging, it's clear you were right about Spender.
Guy like that'll do anything to get ahead. Just wonder how far he went.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
We can talk more later.
Sure.
VidCon channels are ready, Pathfinder.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Padromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No rider, but also no alarms. The orbital buoy isn't showing any major traffic. Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present less of a target.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not a simple attack. If someone's willing to risk attacking Prodromos, your first outpost...
They're trying to make a point. Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
Something I should know about?
Hey, I was just... How you doing? I'm... Great, just, yeah, I told you I screwed up, and I have. Remember Varand? Contacting the Angara? She's gone. The whole group is gone. Sudden. So, yeah, up for a rescue? Because if we don't, we could be next.
Of course we are. Why wouldn't we go after them?
Yeah, Because I gave Rand Nexus data and nav points.
Why would you do that?
We need to know how to live here. I tried asking. I tried taking. No one would help outsiders. So I took initiative. Gave her data and tech so she could mod it. Varand was... She is a good risk. But if pirates interrogate her or barter her to the Ket, it's our heads.
We'll take care of it before it's a problem.
It's already a problem. I got a lead from a trader. A grainy visual. We find that system, we find our bad guys. I also asked Bradley for people to help intercept. I thought they might want to pitch in.
How are a bunch of settlers supposed to help?
That's what he said. We're on our own. I'll forward the visual to the bridge for when you want to start hunting. And... sorry.
That Archon barely sees us as sentient. Strings people up like puppets. Just no more playing dead, okay? I couldn't...
I just wanted a belly rub. Is that so much to ask?
Ryder, you're adorable. But damned if there isn't something wrong with you.
Or I like making you laugh.
I could use it. Losing the Krogan could really hurt us down the line. But at least we got Reka. Sorry, rambling. Did you need me?
See you later, Cora.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Feeling okay?
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
I hope the Solarians find their place on the Nexus.
We came to Andromeda because we had a contribution to make. The Ket won't take that away. Ready to fly, Path. What the?
Find something?
Something pinged us. An ID request. The Tempest auto-responded.
We'll keep an eye out in the sector.
Scent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Sorry to keep you in the dark, Pathfinder, but there are eyes on this planet.
We didn't see much traffic from orbit.
It's there. But hopefully you can get ahead of this before it turns into something bad. See you soon.
Is your name Yale?
Yeah, that's me. Stanton Yale. And what can I do for the Pathfinder today?
Tell me about the Three Sabers.
Oh, shit.
You were their leader before they kicked you out.
And gave me a broken leg and a dislocated shoulder as parting gifts. It was a mistake. We trained the attack dogs, and they turned on us.
Explain.
The new outposts, our supply routes, they needed protection. We couldn't rely on just you. I proposed that we'd save Nexus blood by hiring exiles to fight for us.
It could have worked. Mercenaries and privateers have existed throughout history.
That was the hope. Cochran and I served together. I thought I could trust him and the crew. I became their commander. I armed them. I shared access to Padromo's operations. And then they took their new toys and went rogue. Attacked people they were supposed to protect.
I've dealt with the Three Sabers. They won't be a problem.
Damn. They're gone then. Shit. Cochran. He was a good man. Once. Addison will be pleased at least. One loose end tied up.
What? Addison?
She wasn't sure Ryder would work out as Pathfinder. She was desperate for options. It doesn't even matter anymore. The Three Sabers are gone. Just let this blow over. I have to get back to work. We've got an outpost to run here.
Yeah, we definitely don't confront her.
I'm good. You're here. Yeah, so listen, she's only got a minute or two. and she's in rare form today, just to warn you. She's here kickstarting repopulation protocols, reversing the chemical procreation blockers for colonists. Calls it boosting the batter. She's gonna talk your ear off about your civic duty as a man.
That is what she's here to do. The woman takes her job seriously.
Hey, if you're cool with it. I mean, makes no never mind to me. No chance I'll ever oops a baby into the world.
Am I interrupting something?
Ah, Jill. About time. This is...
Save it. I asked you both to stop by, remember? Ryder, pleasure. I know we're all very busy, so I have only one question for you.
You want to know if you can reverse my chemical procreation blocker?
You baby. I see my reputation precedes me. The question is, what the hell did you do to him? It's like he's an adult or something. He can even have a mature conversation without it degrading into pot shots. Unless I take it there. What's your secret?
I have nothing to do with it. It's all him.
I call bullshit on that. It's definitely your influence. Something.
Maybe all these years you thought you knew me, you were sadly mistaken.
You wish. Okay, you're both off the hook. So glad I got to meet you, Ryder.
Likewise.
Thanks for coming. Knew you'd be up for it.
I need answers. You said there were hostiles inbound.
We have soldiers. We've handled a raid or two without a sweat. But this is bigger.
4-5, repeat. Stockpile complete. Waiting for beacon. Launch on detection. Repeat. 1, 2, 3.
What am I hearing, Bradley?
Here's my worry. Maybe the raids we've seen were just a decoy, so someone could do a slow tactical buildup in the Black Rock.
Tactical? You mean military?
I mean Rokar. That's why I called you instead of raising the alarm. Even with our defenses, imagine how the Nexus would respond to an assault on our first outpost. That's what the Rokar want. I'm nobody's fool.
I'm sure we can check it out without drawing too much attention.
You're the person for the job. I hope I'm wrong, Pathfinder. I didn't want to bring this kind of thinking to Andromeda. Head to Black Rock Tand. I'll transmit the nav point for the signal.
I heard someone request EOS deployment. Made me smile.
Here, ready to see what I've got?
So where's your mystery project?
Not far. The old outpost site. They left a few things behind.
Whoa, steady.
Thanks. I can't lead the way unless you...
Spoil sport.
Soil converter. No remnant terraformer, but it makes sandy dirt into something useful. Eventually. Add seeds, some rain, and you've got a garden.
That's right. You wanted a garden of your own.
It'll take years. I might not even see it. But that's okay. Asari think in centuries. Lay a foundation, then step away. Let it grow into something you might never expect. Pathfinder training was my foundation. Gave me a whole galaxy of directions I could go. I don't need someone else's plan. Just a good beginning. The first seeds of a garden. Or someone I need in my life.
Someone you need. I could get used to hearing that.
I'll have Sam make a recording.
I want to keep hearing it from you.
You will. But first... Ready? 1, 2...
Smells weird here. Really? Once you acclimatize, you'll realize it's the Tempest that smells strange. I really don't want that.
Pathfinder, I detect a Kep camp ahead.
Blackrock signal comes and goes. You've evened out the weather, but I wouldn't call reception clear. Eos still feels frontier. Claim, but not tame, we like to say.
Reminds me of that poem, Lone and Level Sands.
We'll clear the Ket off Eos for good.
Whatever the Ket build, we can break. We lost a lot of worlds to the Scourge. Seeing one more or less reclaimed is strange.
Signals detected ahead, Pathfinder. Measuring sight ahead, Pathfinder. It could have...
Almost at Blackrock 10.
That is definitely a Roka signal.
Understood. Eyes open.
Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Bradley was right. Rokar on site.
Watch for reserves after the first assault.
Noted.
Y'all, are we clear?
We're clear. And we still have Bradley's signal.
Right. Let's see what they were...
This signal can call dropships to a precise location.
That's the Roka strategy. The scout would have placed the beacon in the center of Prodromos.
Telling Axel exactly where to strike.
Bradley, Black Rock was a Roadcast scout with a homing beacon.
Shit. Glad you put an end to that.
This job is half done. We need to ensure they don't come back.
Not sure what you're asking, Pathfinder. We can't risk our first outpost.
First successful outpost. EOS had two before.
Promise and resilience.
What are you planning?
If they want to attack an outpost, we'll use their beacon and let them. Then finish the job.
The comm array at Site 2 is still intact. You could broadcast from there.
Everyone get that? Rokar welcoming party at Site 2.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Where can I get one of those resistance patches? Trade you a hustle.
It's a Kari, and we don't just hand them out.
I own mine, so I can share it.
I earned mine, so I could keep it.
Mine's not usually.
watching what happens on Eos very closely.
Should we clear out that Ketek?
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract mineral. Undocumented mineral nearby, Pathfinder.
Alright, that was quick.
Hostiles ahead!
Where? See anybody? Didn't see anybody. It's got hostiles. Trade.
I kind of like Eos. Could be Stockholm Syndrome.
Let's go check it out.
Think that's it? first piece of Remtech, baby.
Awesome. 1 down, 2 to go. Syncing with my scanner. The second piece is on Havarl. Uploading coordinates.
Reclaim this site, initiative scum!
Outlaws!
Guess we're not the only ones interested in this tech. Looks like a remnant container.
Alright, that's all they have. Let's go for the ambush.
Maybe we should check out that Ket tech.
Sam, you have a location for this Rokar beacon?
Yes, Pathfinder. Site 2 communications array.
Well, let's not keep Axul waiting.
The Ket left their mark, but the buildings stand. That's the lesson.
Nav point marked for Rokar signal upload.
Hit the button. It'll draw them right to us.
We know this place. They don't.
We'll give them a fight.
Starting Rokar signal upload.
Are they heading toward us?
The Rokar have altered course.
Now might be a good time to take cover.
Human, I told you you'd know soon enough. The beacon is live. You couldn't stop our scouts.
They've bought it. Hold it till they're on the ground.
Ready and waiting.
civilians. Promise. Or like death and starvation.
Well, I hope it's not leaving our next outpost.
Poor guy. Should have run instead of putting up a fight.
They're breaking!
Don't let up!
This site is a decoy. Rally at these coordinates.
Where are they going?
I'll tell you. Site 1. We overcharged the power relay to draw them in.
Maxul is not going to be happy about that.
Promise, here we come.
Outlaws in view.
Aksul, the Pathfinder is coming. Motherless. Everyone prepared to defend.
Sounds like they're losing their support.
the last of them. We did it, Ryder.
Pathfinder, Axel's shuttle is leaving orbit.
I'll remember this. We're not finished.
Face it, finish.
Hope those rookie soldiers don't poke the remnant.
Pathfinder?
The Rokar attack is over.
Our military personnel were chafing at the bit. Better to get them patrolling so this never happens again. Special thanks to our friend Jal. It helps to show we're not all on opposite sides.
We can't assume anyone could be an enemy. That's no way to live.
We're not planning on it.
How's the team holding up?
They know the drill, but it's different when it's home.
Maybe I should say something?
If you like.
Time and time again, you've shown yourselves competent, and this was no exception. The infrastructure you've built, the skills you've developed, despite adversity, you remain a model for the cluster.
So, when do we get back to work?
No approval asked or expected. We lose sometimes, but if they have the choice to keep going, they'll take it. This wasn't a good day, but it was another day. You gave them that. Your people, Ryder.
Ascent is go.
Meeting Atmo. All clear.
All systems green.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder. Bitcoin channels are ready, Pathfinder.
Jal, I'm in the meeting room.
Right behind you, Ryder. Pulling up the message.
Jal Amadarav, you always were a short-sighted fool. Helping an outsider instead of your own people. You're unfit to bear your family's name.
Okay, this guy's really starting to piss me off.
He always was a Vishanon.
Visha what?
Someone pleased with his own shit. We've never gotten along.
I I'm still learning about Angara, but that sounded more personal than a childhood rivalry.
He's too smart to attack me directly. Aksul wants us to do something reckless. Let's not give him the satisfaction.
Couldn't digest it without...
I found that plant you wanted.
Great. I'll give the recipe a try when I'm off duty. I've already got ideas for how to jazz it up. And I'll keep working on Mr. I don't like movie nights here to come along.
I like them. Just not when Gil is glowering at me.
I'm picking up something. Probes launched.
That a satellite? Is that what pinged us in this sector?
It's pulsing an initiative call response code. Someone knows our tech inside and out.
Let's get a scan. What the hell happened?
Anti-trackback measure? Drive system overloaded. Not quick enough, though. I got a serial that has triggered an alert.
Pathfinder, we are to contact Director Addison as soon as possible.
What is going on?
What the hell's going on?
Ryder, tell me about the satellite you found.
Director? What are you talking about?
My alert identified a CK resource tracker. They're emergency tech, full of overrides so they can bypass protocol. They were designed by Dr. Zoe Jean Kennedy. She disappeared with the Exiles. If her tech has shown up, that could give someone a backdoor to steal from your outposts.
Why were these trackers allowed to bypass protocols?
They're supposed to be hubs, to rapidly track and pull resources if lives are at stake somewhere. That's why they weren't deployed. Tan didn't like anyone bypassing his rubber stamp.
If this satellite is new, how is it kept up with our security measures?
That's a very good question.
Pretty extreme to set up a personal alert. Why do that?
A lot of Dr. Kennedy's projects were unofficial.
But you backed them, like these trackers.
I don't want some asshole using my access codes to cut a backdoor into our resources, or Tan blaming me for it. But I also want to know what happened to her.
She disappeared with the exiles, but you aren't calling her one?
She sympathized, but we'd never let an expert like that go. She was vital. But in the chaos, a lot of things, and people, went missing.
What was Dr. Kennedy's role in the initiative?
She designed the orbital beacons, forward stations, and half the kit in the Tempest. She'd ram an upgrade through before the requisition was on Tan's desk. Dr. Kennedy disappeared along with the exiles. That was a big loss.
If we have to find the tech or the person, where do we begin?
You got a sliver of data from the first tracker. With more scans, maybe Suvi can assemble a point of origin. Obviously, these trackers are being deployed where initiative tech is concentrated. That means outposts. Try another outpost system, or place more. Maybe you'll draw them out, whoever they are.
And when we find them?
They're stealing our resources. My concern is Dr. Kennedy, her tech, their lives. In that order.
Hey, Ryder, I've got news about Kerry. Hakeem, Kerry's producer. I'm the one making you look stunning for the documentary. There's a hitch. Kerry's been arrested for conspiracy to incite unrest. She's in a cell at the militia headquarters. Any chance you could stop by? A visit from you might shake things up. Remember, Kerry's down in the militia cells. She'd probably love a visit.
Sam, anyone nearby?
Negative, Pathfinder. The vicinity is clear of all personnel. There is a blank spot in your vicinity, Pathfinder.
What do you mean?
I cannot see part of the room, for lack of a better term.
Wait, is that what I think it is?
That model ship was declared missing from inventory 6 months ago. Pathfinder, are you putting the box back?
Finders keepers.
Cash, I'm not sure what we can do here. We've got the system stabilized for now, but we're going to need to reroute power soon. We could lose some stasis pods if we don't.
The datapad is password locked. Shall I run a decryption?
Seems worth the risk. Do it.
Accessing audio logs.
Play the first one.
Tan is starting to get along with Vetra's replacement a little too well. Better do something about it.
Play the second one.
Remind Addison that the Krogan all left. Keep her unhappy.
Play the third one.
Stay away from what's-his-face in charge of the first colony. If he thought I was messing with Addison, he could be serious trouble.
Thanks, Sam.
Interference is preventing scanner function. You will need to rely on more basic means to search these quarters.
Meeting notes for Director Tan. Engineering has requested resources we don't have yet again. In particular, repairs to non-essential systems. I'm having doubts in Kesh's ability to prioritize tasks appropriately.
Perhaps you should look under or behind the furnishings, Pathfinder.
Rebreather components, power cells, dried food.
Scanning the labels, many of these boxes were reported missing.
How to rise through the ranks and the path to quick promotions. What do we have here?
Accessing audio logs.
Thanks, Sam.
Interference is preventing scanner function. You will need to rely on more basic means to search these quarters. Perhaps you should look under or behind the furnishings, Pathfinder.
want to eat. What's this?
I cannot scan what you're holding, Pathfinder. It's somehow blocking me, as a scrambler might.
Sounds like a job for a comms expert.
Sounds like a job for a comms expert.
Sure glad I went to school for this. Thanks for nothing, education.
Construction and repairs continue on various parts of the Nexus. Authorities have no word on completion and remind visitors to avoid affected areas. This is HNS.
This is HNS.
All personnel be advised. Art Corchero confirms docking procedures complete. Solarian colonists are incoming.
Pathfinder, what can I do for you? Pathfinder business. Stay calm. And trust me when I say this is serious.
Calm and serious. Check.
I found this thing somewhere on station. I need to know what it does exactly.
Sure, I could... Wait. This is a scrambler unit. These things are illegal. Where did you get this?
Keeping it quiet for now. You'll find out when the time is right.
Or when I hack this scrambler for you, eh?
Can you prove who's been using it? Solid proof.
You bet. You could hack through every security wall we have of this thing. There's a reason they're illegal. Sorry. Calm and serious. Deep breaths.
Let me know when you're done.
Yes, sir.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
I know why you're here. Yale told me to expect a visit. I hoped this blunder wouldn't come to light, but Helios has a habit of dashing our hopes. Have the three sabers been eliminated, Pathfinder?
I dealt with them.
Then the problem's solved. As far as everyone's concerned, the three sabers acted on their own.
But they didn't, did they? Hey, Ryder.
Who the hell's this?
This investigation started with Sid's instincts.
I applaud good instincts, but not in this case.
So I was right, wasn't I? Someone on the Nexus was helping the three sabers.
Yes, it was a mistake. We authorized a course of action that cost lives, but, like I said, it's over.
You have to tell people. If we made a mistake, we have to own it, right?
Who does that serve? It could damage relations with the Angara, spark another uprising.
It would be lying. Ryder, if you hide this, what else will you let them hide?
We're not taking tips on diplomacy from a teenager.
With all due respect, Director, Sid's right. Transparency is important for building trust. People need to know they can trust us, even when we screw up.
I'll make sure people hear about this.
Pathfinder, you're making a mistake.
Maybe. But at least I'm willing to acknowledge it.
Hey, Ryder.
Hakim said they arrested you over the documentary.
Guess I tweaked the lion's tail too hard.
A crowbar, some gum, a nudge from Sam, and I could get you out.
I'm right here, hero. Trust me, this is safer than exile.
You know, they've had other people in the cells. Rioters, people crying and scared. Me and my truth did that to them.
So you're just going to sit there? This is how your work ends?
What? No. Hell no. Maybe I could use this. Thanks for coming, Ryder. I'll send word if anything changes.
Hello again.
They're waiting for you. Careful.
Of course you approve. Ryder saved your people.
Ryder saved our people. It doesn't matter if they were Solarians. They were citizens of the Initiative.
But it doesn't hurt if there's a few less Krogan around, does it?
The Pathfinder.
Ryder, we were discussing how things ended with the Archon.
Kesh, it's true I had to leave some Krogan behind. I'm sorry about that.
In this galaxy, I would hope every life matters. Even if it's just a few Krogan.
Yet I have to question what we gained provoking the Archon like this.
He had a map showing the location of Meridian. Now we have it, and a short window to get there. It's the control center for the terraforming network. If we get that working, all our problems are solved.
Based on what data? This is all alien science.
The vault on Aya suggests that Meridian is the key.
While I appreciate what you've done for our strike teams, we're not equipped for a war with the Ket. They'll be defending Meridian with everything they've got.
If we do nothing, I guarantee there's a fight coming. The Archon's already studying how to exalt us. It's not pretty.
Still, it's better to focus on the outposts. If the Ket attack, at least our people won't be in one place.
Then there's this Sam of yours. We took a chance letting AI get involved. Frankly, I'm uncomfortable with just how involved it's become. I can't support your plan, Ryder.
Then I will.
And so will I.
Ryder deserves a chance to try.
I applaud the gesture, but you answer to me. I hope you understand.
What's the matter, Tan? Don't want anyone else overshadowing you?
It's not called the Pathfinder Initiative. The chain of command has to be respected. That is all.
Why am I surprised? I don't exactly have a plan B.
There may be a way. Pathfinder, apologies. There was an urgent message for you. They said your sister is awake.
What?
Go. We'll talk later, in the tech lab.
Sarah.
Little brother.
Bring it here. Man, it's good to finally see you.
It's good to see anything. I was starting to think I'd never wake up.
Well, I sure missed having you around. We've hit a few rough patches along the way.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when Dad died.
There's nothing anyone could have done. I wasn't even sure I should tell you.
I'm glad he did. He gave me time to let it sink in. I'll miss him. But I also know he'd be the first to say, get over it, and get on with it already.
Oh, there's been plenty of that.
So I hear, Mr. Pathfinder.
Not by choice.
Uh-huh. Then I guess I'll overlook your little embellishment. You
told me we found home. Yeah, I know you meant well. But no more lies, okay? I'm a big girl. I can handle it. From the sounds of it, you're going to need all the help you can get.
Careful. No way are you fit for duty, miss. That stubborn skull of yours needs a chance to heal.
Says who?
Just for once, take it easy, will you? There'll still be plenty of mountains left to climb when you wake up.
Oh, better leave the tallest one for me.
If you two want to catch up somewhere, that's fine, but no getting out of bed.
Ryder, this is Pathfinder Reika. We have a plan for Meridian. Please come by the tech lab as soon as you can.
Will do.